But to show you my playlist on Spotify, but on my main account, on Spotify, my playlists are not showing up. Don't know why my playlists are overall playlists that I saved all the way. My reached my playlist limit on this account, but I don't know why it's not showing it in my library. Gotta figure out why it's doing that. No, it's the apps need re-updates on both my phone and tablet. I'll see you in a minute, but I'll show you the business I've been honestly listening to. So anyway, let's get to it. But when I show you my library, it's not empty. My playlists are still there. Just I'm just wondering why it's not showing up, which is weird. But anyway, let's get to it. Love this phone, really do. Anyways, love this phone, obviously. This is the music I've been listening to on my main account, Explorer 2, obviously. Um, those are all my daily mixes made for me, obviously, since I've been listening to a variety of different musicians, pretty much. Um, there's the album for some of the people I was listening to, kind of the people I just followed most recently from this month, last month, pretty much. Uh, um, these are all my favorite artists, as you can see. Because Spotify had a lot of updates, obviously, a lot of updates as this. Um, we had the original menu setting, obviously, but a lot of updates since then. They had to re-update Spotify on my phone and tab, and obviously, um, all my favorite musicians, counting gaming music included. That's why you don't see the rest of them because I got a lot of artists to follow, pretty much. So yeah, see, go back up, music. Now let's move the library down here. Well, those are all the albums, okay. Those are all my weekly playlists that they obviously make for me when I'm listening to them. But these showing my podcast pretty much. Got a lot of them followed, counting the sport ones included. Or as I unsubscribed from on my YouTube channel as far as the sport channel. I wanted to find one on a different channel. So all my sports and all my sports and anything journalism related is on News Hutch One, obviously. But I did follow my sports podcast on and game podcast on Spotify. I have so many followed. It's not funny counting the other ones. Obviously, I got so many followed. The list goes on and on, as you can see. List is long, very long. Can't see my other ones, obviously, because I have so many podcasts followed. It's not funny. All right. About to show you something, obviously, why my library is not showing up. It's probably because it's not empty. It's in my library. I know it's not because I checked on my tablet on my phone. My players are still there. I checked on my phone a few minutes ago in my tablet, obviously. Then my players it's not empty. It's only saying that because it's probably due for an update for the menu. Maybe it was something wrong with the app in general. So we'll see. All right. Show you my console was Spotify. You can follow me on Spotify. That was my main one I was just on just now. This is my console was Spotify account. I've been had this one. I had that one for how long? Actually, I had to retool it because my password on this account for my console was Spotify was compromised. I had to delete the playlist. I had a lot of playlists on this one before I had to remake it from the ground up because my password was compromised on my Gmail as far as the Spotify, so I had to reboot the playlist. I had a lot of playlists on this one too, but now that I made the reinstated my I reinstated. I already had the Gmail. I was just reinstated my playlist. I don't have as many playlists as I do now, but I do have a lot of playlists, obviously, so that's good. But just that when I retooled my playlist after deleting the ones I had because it was compromised because somebody on Spotify told me that my password was changed. I didn't change it, or somebody anonymous did. I don't know who did it. But anyways, I started my console Spotify account and I had it for almost 3 years now, going 4 years now. But I had it longer than that, just that I had to restart the playlist. Unfortunately, reboot the playlist from the ground up because of that password compromisation. So I reinstated all my playlists not reinstated, but retold them and added the ones I was listening to the most. But this is what I've been listening to. My console wars PS Spotify account. Show you my podcast I obviously follow. It's all console war, and you see one LBTIQA1, but I follow the rest on my console wars podcast. Pretty much, I listen to them every day, and I also subscribe to their YouTube channels too. On four of my YouTube channels, I keep with their notifications on my tablet every day, and on follows the videos in their podcast on Spotify and YouTube. So yeah, got a lot of podcasts followed. It's loaded. It's loaded. I got so many followers, it's not even funny. It's ridiculous. Even for the albums, pun intended, included, or albums for their podcast, pun intended, included. So yeah, as you can see, I can show you my library, but my library was much bigger than this before I had to reboot this Spotify account from the ground up. Unfortunately, because it was said it was compromised due to a password conversation. I didn't change it though. Somebody did. Wasn't me though, from what I know. I had to check to make sure though. I could be wrong though. Wait for my library to show. I don't know why it's taking so long. Hold up. Go back to it. Sometimes the library takes a minute to pop up, obviously. What am I doing this? I wasn't doing this before. Okay. Hold up, guys. What am I doing this? But see all the albums I got, for all the music I listen to. I listen to the same. I listen to different people even when I'm playing my games, pun intended. I was only account I don't have a Spotify is my royalty account. I did have one for my Spotify for my royalty, but I deleted it. There's too many password conversations. I listen to my music on Mixerbox on my phone, on my royalty account. But when I'm playing my games, kind of the Yu-Gi-Oh game or both Yu-Gi-Oh games, I use Mixerbox to substitute for Spotify for that account since I don't have no Spotify account on that one. I had to delete it. There's too many password compensations. But you can see all my recently played playlists. Got a lot of artists followed. A lot of artists. I said artists followed. So many to the point that it's loaded. Show you my podcast pretty much. I'll show it again, obviously, if anybody didn't see it. But I got my music involved in that. But you can see on my podcast, I got so many followers, it's not funny. Not funny. So, yeah. See if my library pulls up. Okay, there we go. Wonder why it took so long to pop up. These are the like songs I got in my like songs. I got four. I had more than this before I had to reboot the Spotify account from the ground up. Obviously, I'm lucky at my Gmail. I had to change my email for that, obviously. So there's all my like songs. Showing my playlist. Here we go. You can see all three Shimu playlists. Shimu 1 to 2. Only you don't see in this part 3 because I had to find that one. I think it is one. I just gotta find it. I think I removed it off the playlist by mistake, unfortunately. I'll re-add it, obviously. These are the playlists I've been listening to. These are these playlists right here I added because I was watching one of my rival sources on YouTube, and this was a new musician that burst onto the scene. He was already in the music industry for a minute now, so I already followed this playlist. He's going to add more playlists, and he got a concert coming up soon, I think, on Spotify. So yeah, I won't be able to see it unless I watch it on podcast on Spotify, unfortunately. But these are all the playlists I got pretty much. I followed Exile, I think last month, because he was new, obviously. Mel Squad. That's from Thunder Force, obviously. Okay. This was a playlist I was listening to as well when I was playing my indie and retro games, obviously. Thunder Force, obviously. It was a show on Netflix as well, but that show stopped back in the early 2010s, if I'm not mistaken. Because it got to its last season, but it was pretty good from what I know. A lot of people told me about it. Do short YouTube shorts, obviously. So you got all the Halloween music from Ends, and now that Halloween Returns comes out next month, less than 1 month from now. The last Halloween you're probably going to see is Halloween Returns. And that'll probably be the last one. See, I got the tech music in here. All the ones that define my mains of Tekken, pretty much. Got the Ninja Gaiden, got some of the Ninja Gaiden. And then when I found these playlists right here, the Soul Calibur ones, I said, how did these come up? I said in my head, how did these come up? Then I thought about it, it's okay, I got the Soul Calibur playlist on YouTube, so it must have been inspired by me because I've been listening to all the Soul Calibur music from 1 to 5 and 6 and 4 here and there with 4, obviously Soul Calibur 4 music in there. I didn't listen to the other 3 for 3, 2, 1, and 0, obviously. So I added those playlists. As you can see, Soul Calibur 4, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playlists right there. Soul Calibur 4 OST, Soul Calibur. Mixture of 1 through 4 and 5 in that playlist, pretty much. Soul Calibur 5 music, Soul Calibur 6, Soul Calibur Heaven and Hell playlist, as you can see, and Soul Calibur 2 playlist. Obviously, thought I already put that up ahead of the other one, not unless it was a different playlist. But anyways, trying to go off topic here. The Atlas, of course, I heard their songs a lot pop up on a lot of people's YouTube shorts. So I added their play because the music is very famous. I followed them, their playlist back in, I think it was a couple months ago when I heard that song on YouTube shorts, obviously. Then EMPD, listened to them too. Snoop Dogg in my playlist, pretty much. Nice old school rap. Some of the all-time great musicians. Just gotta add more playlists, obviously. These are all playlists. I had more than this before I had to retool this Spotify playlist from the ground up, and I had to change to a different picture because there were too many password conversations on this account. But I had more playlists than that. But yeah, you get the idea. Okay, go to News Hutch 1. This is where I follow my sport podcast. You saw my sport podcast on Spotify, but I also follow my sports and other podcasts on news related podcasts on this one. Obviously, these are the players I've been listening to the most. I listened to this one. This is the one I was listening to prior. I was listening to all these other ones, different ones. See, I don't listen to the same. I listen to different ones. So this counts like to my account on Super Nintendo 64. Obviously, I made the Spotify account back in. It was around last year, a little bit over 6 months ago, probably 8 months ago, probably even longer than that. I'll show you my podcast pretty much. Let's wait for it to pop out. Give it a second to see up all my news podcasts, all my sport ones. But if it wasn't for Michael Paul telling me to start a new YouTube that relates to news, I would have never started this Spotify account either. It would have been down to 3, obviously. But got all my sport podcasts, all my Yukio podcasts on there. Some Yukio podcasts, but the rest of it else is gaming related and sports related and other related. I can't say that P word, but you get what I'm saying with that P word. I can't say it out loud, but yeah, you get the idea. All my podcasts, sports related, and other stuff, news related, obviously. So yeah, show you my playlist. This is my account that's linked to Super Nintendo. That's my current Spotify account, obviously. News Hutch 1 using the barcode to link my accounts, obviously. King of Fighters music, obviously. X-Sound, Nintendo 64, Tribute to My Gamer Tag. That popped up when I searched through the players. I was able to find that. It was nothing to it. All Shima music, 1, 2, 3. Just to Be, which I found last month. At the final that music was very popular as far as the Asian music, as far as the music industry as a whole. All the Halloween music again, because that's very popular, obviously. Tekken music, obviously. Soul Calibur 1 through 6, obviously all the playlists for that too. All the Tekken, as you can see, MPD. Got Slipknot, Godsmack, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Nice Party Jams, and that's a different playlist. Nice Party Jam and old school throwbacks. Bone Thugs and Harmony, DMX, Tupac, as you can see. Nice greatest rappers from some of the greatest musicians of all time, even though that unfortunately at the wrong time, died at the wrong time, unfortunately. Juvenile, 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Glitch music. I found that playlist. I already had that playlist on my menu. I just wanted to add on my other accounts again to 5 Peak because the playlist has some very good music in it. Obviously, unique music, obviously, electronic music. yeah, glitchcore, cybercore, hypercore, thunder force again, obviously. Um, uh, ad ad Atolix, obviously, Gen Core music. Uh, Ninja Gaiden, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, news music, obviously, and then sports music for the rest of the playlist, pretty much. And fitness ones, Capcom, as you can see, the Street Fighter ones, obviously, and the Warner Brothers ones. Good anniversary of Warner Brothers is coming up. Ben Riley, obviously, Lady Gaga. Ben Riley, I followed him back in. I subscribed to his YouTube channel. I followed his channel on Spotify back in somewhere around the middle of summer. His music was very popular too, as well. Final Fantasy 13 1 and 2 music, Yu-Gi-Oh music, all the games I obviously played, including the ones I was in. Then you can see the Pride ones, pretty much. I have to keep the word clean, pretty much. Those are the ones I added for Pride, pretty much. But as you can see, yeah, gotta be careful. I know a lot of people are gonna laugh at me for that too. So yeah. I'm scrolling back up. Alright, show you my account for Retro Hutch. Because I had the because the one I had for my retro music, I had to start that from the ground up. Because on my old phone and my other phone that I also had that my aunt got me, I had to start that from the ground up. Unfortunately, because too many password compensations on my old phone, obviously, so I made a new one. But the one I had for Yon Masai was compromised. They said it was compromised too much. I was trying my best to close it. I didn't run a password for that email, obviously, so I had to switch emails, obviously. It's kind of unfortunate that I can't delete that email, those other emails I made, and try to figure out the passwords for both of them. But I had to start this playlist, this Spotify account from the ground up, unfortunately, as well. On I don't have, like I said, on my for my royalty account, I don't have a Spotify. I had one, but of course, because of conversation, I had to delete it. Too many conversations. I didn't change the password. I kept the password the same. I changed it a couple times, and then after somebody said somebody changed it again, I said no, go ahead to delete that one. So I had no Spotify account on my royalty one, so I use Mixerbox to listen to my music on my phone and tablet while I'm playing the games I'm obviously getting 100% in, obviously. But this is the music I've been listening to on Retro Hush, obviously. This account, I'll probably use my account when I get my Xbox One X. I'll probably use this account for my retro account on Microsoft, unintended, since I got two Microsoft accounts. Actually, I got so many Outlooks, but I got 3 Outlooks. I think 3 or 4 Outlooks. I lost count. I think 3 Outlooks, but 2 of them went to my Microsoft accounts as far as Spotify is concerned. And my accounts had my gamer score on it at least. So this one I'll be able to use for retro at 54, 59. My retro account, backup account on Microsoft. Since I did make this account most recently, I had started from the ground up. But this is all the music I've been listening to most recently. Um, uh, all my albums, all my favorite artists, obviously. Got so many followed. Some of the same ones you see, some of the same ones, but I got different artists followed as well, obviously. You don't see my other ones because I got so many artists followed. It's not fun. I think I reached my limit as far as that, obviously. So, um, got some podcasts followed on this, some, not all, but some here and there. I want to listen to, obviously. But show you my playlists. Here we go. Um, Streaming 1 and 2 music, streaming 1 and 2. The only reason why I got that music by luck on the playlist because I was able to buy all 3 streamers. When they say when you buy all 3 streamers, it comes with the music, and because I was lucky to get that game, all 3 games on sale. I was very lucky because if I didn't get these 3 streaming games, the music, these playlists on Spotify, for my Spotify accounts would not have been there. So yeah, I was lucky that the music was included with the game, or the soundtrack on Spotify was included with the game. Because if it wasn't for that, I would have never had these playlists on my playlist. You would never saw them. Obviously, that'd have been unfortunate. Justin Bean, Metal Squad, Thunder Force, PS1, some music players that represent my nostalgia pretty much. PlayStation 1, PlayStation Nostalgic Memories, Back to Us, Soul Cabra music, 1 through 6 and then Heaven and Hell when you see it again, obviously. Final 10x2. One of the best Final Fantasy games represented you have ever seen. Because 13 was alright. Cannot lie, but 10x2 and 7 were the best ones. To me. That's just based on my facts on that. See all my music for the Final Fantasy and then Anniversary, obviously. Sonic music, obviously, playlists. Including all the ones that represented my nostalgia evolution of the covers pretty much. Sonic Shout Generations music, Sonic Generations, retro pop music, retro punk playlist, retro synthwave playlist. Dark, but you see the cover of the it's an arcade. It's dude playing on an arcade one up. I don't know if that's arcade. I think so, but either way, true retrowave music, synthwave, 80s vaporwave music, synthwave covers music, cover pop or retro music of all time, retro outrun music, retro video game remixes, and more. Lady Gaga. That's the only play I got for her. I was on there pretty much. But now I added some more plays later on. But you saw some of my playlists on my other accounts, so I added some of her plays here and there. Retro Futurism playlists. New retro wave playlists, 1990s retro gaming playlists, space wave ambient synthwave 80s sci-fi playlists, retro 90s playlists, best on 90s from 1990s to 2010s playlist, 1990s turbo retro gamer playlists, both have retro gaming playlists, chill wave playlists, retro playlists, both have retro super and chill beats, study 2 playlists, this is retro anime songs playlist, retro 8 electronic playlists, all the tagging is from 1 to 8, that's 9. This is women. They're going to have the playlist for that too, so I'll be added to my playlist on my Spotify, pun intended, accounts, pun intended. Street Fighter 2 music for every Street Fighter, including 6 included, and the Ninja Gaiden. I kept this playlist short. I was on this account, but obviously you get the idea. Okay, guys, go back to my main one. Exit out this lane. Okay, guys. Okay. So there you have it. You saw my Spotify account. You can find me on all 4 of them. Spotify had 11. I'll go back to it, obviously, real quick. So you can know all my Spotify names. Pull up. Second. Okay. So you can find me on Spotify at 11. Retro Hutch, News Hutch 1, All Digitals, Xbox Series X and X, purchase PS5 discless. All digital, those are all 4 of my Spotify accounts and News Hutch 1. You can find me on Instagram. Now I updated my information to keep all 4 of my Instagram accounts from being compromised now after a new phone number change, obviously. You can find me on Chummy Wingwin, Hutch Kanami. Chummy Wingwin, Cobstone now, those are all 4 of my Instagrams. And WWE Legend 2. You can add me on PSN, Expagori 2, Furry Kingdom, Maskai Hishi 4, Chummy Hishi, and Timon Down 64. Those are all 5 of my active PSNs. But 2 of those PSN 5, I had to change the gamer tag to because this is long overdue now. I got to change. So I had those 2 gamer tags for 2 of those 5 PSN for 2 long. I got to change them. It's going to cost me $10 to change them. I'm not going to change them right now. Not right now, but later on, probably next year. Probably change them then. Probably change them next year. But anyways, you can add me on Xbox, Alpha 4859. You can also add me on Metro 5459. On both my those are the ones I'm going to be playing those games on both of those accounts on my Xbox One X, obviously. You can find me on YouTube, Unique Hutch, KBH Podcast, New Hutch 1. And that's for Sony Forever as well. So you got all my links. Oh, yeah. I got to get my Facebook. It's my whole main name spelled backwards. You can leave like on my comments. Obviously, you can also add me on Facebook as well. Like as well. You can find me on TikTok. Like New Era Hutch 1. Cause I don't know if regular TikTok is still there. Obviously, the app is bigger than but even still, you can find me on TikTok. Like New Era Hutch 1. TikTok Hutch 1. Like this type of content, leave a video on the like. Leave a like in the video. Sorry, said that wrong. Leave a like on the video, obviously. But stay tuned, more videos are coming today as well. But I'll show you some stuff that I'm getting off of eBay soon in the coming months, obviously. Coming month. No, near the end of October, obviously. Yeah. Deuces, guys. Stay tuned for that bill. That bill's coming soon. Yeah. Deuces, guys.